Alright, back down at my local beach. Decided to come and do a bit of night fishing. I haven't done any night fishing for a while, so yeah, so it's good to do something else instead of just going out early morning sessions. So we've had quite a bit of rough weather, and it's kind of like a bit of a low at the moment. I think it's going to pick up again over the weekend, and we're just on the back end of the spring tide. So I've tucked myself right underneath the cliffs here, as far as I can from the mouth of the river. There's a lot of debris coming out there, so I don't want to get hooked up to anything, and God knows what's going to come down the river. So anyway, so I'm up in here. I've already chucked out the first two baits, which is peeler crabs and up and over, and on a pulley rig. I just baited up another rig ready to go on. So I'm using squid as well. Again, that's on an up and over rig. So alternating between squid and peeler crab. Hopefully get me some fish, but we'll see. The last time I fished down here, I think I had a decent-ish bass and a smooth hound. So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll give it a go. Yeah, high tide is going to be in a couple of hours or so. So I'm going to fish 2 hours either side of the tide, and hopefully we'll see some fish. Right, first cast, and glass is steaming up, and getting a few little taps, and pulling in, and bait's pretty much stripped. Well, it's been out there 20 minutes or so, and just getting, well, I've got a little tiny pouting. So hopefully that ain't going to be like it all night long, but if there's small pouting about, well, then there's going to be bigger fish that's going to want a pouting. So hopefully we'll get something bigger than this. I don't know how much of this you're going to see because it's raining a bit now. My lens is covered. But here we go, out with the other one. Set my drag, definitely set my drag on out here. Right, I'm not specifically targeting flounder today. I have got some flapper rigs, but I don't use them on my running ledger setup, so it's not the best conditions for flounder. Mind you, I have caught flounder when it's like this. It's more bassy today. Prefer flounder like if it's a lot calmer, overcast like this, but nice crisp morning. So what, we're coming up to the end of October now, so yeah, flounder competitions and everything else is going to be kicking off next month. Flounder here, I start in November and sort of finish around January, February, March sort of time, and I'll be catching flounder, and obviously plenty of bass. I don't generally fish this in the summer months, it gets a little bit too busy, plus the fact it can get quite weedy. But luckily at the moment, after the big spring tides that we've had, a bit of rough weather. There's not much weed about. Right, let's put me jacket on, sit back and bait up another rig. Right, first little bass of the day. So it's only a small one, and that's on the lugworm. There he goes, back in safely, and off he swims. So let's rebait, get another one out. There's something on there, little bass again. It's not big because it never set off the we're getting bigger. Getting nicely hooked right in the side of the mouth. Oh, there he goes. I've had a couple of small bass, but yeah, I just gone and got this one, so he's about 3 or 4 pounds or so, maybe a bit more. So yeah, nice way to start the season on the bass. So don't want to leave them up too long. So yeah, so good start to the session, nice bass. Let's see if we can get something a bit bigger. It's definitely been eating, it's quite chunky. So I'll get him put back. Okay, back down on Chesil. I brought with me some plenty of fresh peeler crab and dug some, about a pound of fresh lugworm yesterday. Rigs that I'm using is pulley rigs and up and over rigs with a size 3.0 on the bottom and a 4.0 circle on the top. I've also brought with me some sand eels, so I'll make a big sand eel bait later on as it gets dark. What am I after? Well, don't really mind as long as it's just not a whiting, pouting, strap conger and dogfish this. So yeah, there's a bit of a wind blowing, but the water's still pretty coloured, so it's not as bad as I thought it might be. So in my shelter area, I'm sort of like tucked away the wind. I'm going to be here for what, for about 5 odd hours or so. So it's 2:30 now. High tide is at 6 o'clock tonight. So yeah, as I've baited up already, I'm just about to cast out. So I've walked a fair way. Down that way is Abbotsbury. No one in between me there and there. And back up that way, Bexington, which is quite busy. So yeah, so there's my baits, we're ready to go. I've just about had everything on that sort of bait, and lucky enough I'm in the position to be able to get my own, or forage my own bait. So it doesn't cost me much. I've seen somewhere that it was like £1.50 for a peeler crab. So all set up, there's my little shelter. I haven't brought my kettle with me today. I've got a couple of little flasks. I've got my lantern, head torch, all ready to go. So the wind is coming from that direction, down Plymouth way, and it's looking pretty good. So we'll cast out. Not too sure whether to stay on the ledge and cast out or walk down there and knack my knees up. Yeah, the thing is, just like everyone else who's a veteran and been in the army or whatever, I've got pretty bad arthritis in my back and in my knees. So it's a bit of a struggle to walk all this way, but at least I'm out of the way from everyone, which is what I like. Anyway, enough waffle. Let's get some baits out there. Quite early morning session, unbelievable, isn't it? First cast and a decent smooth hand. That was first. I didn't have time to bait up. Second cast, as soon as I chucked that in the water, a slack line, I thought, oh, I wonder what that could be, and I reeled into it, and there was nothing there, and I thought, oh. And then all of a sudden it took off again, and a good old scrap getting it back in. So yeah, a decent smooth hand. And what, we're into the second week of November. So that's on the peeler crab, and that was on up and over rig with a size 3.0 on the bottom and a 4.0 on the circle on the top. So happy days. So I'll get this one on, well, it's unhooked obviously, but I'll get this one put back straight away and sort out and see what else comes. So there's my bait going out there now. Because it's calm conditions, the tide's not pulling too hard here. I've got 5 ounce grip lead. It's a little bit snaggy, so I'm just using a lead lift and nice peeler crab and a so we can get that in focus. Nice peeler crab bait there, and I'm running up and over. So 3.0 on the bottom, and that one's actually a 3.0 chino. Sometimes, yeah, or a 3.0 chino or a 4.0 circle hook, and a 3.0 Varias on the bottom there. Anyway, let's get that one out. Some big tankers out there. I don't even pick them up on the thing. The sun's coming up. A couple of massive big tankers. Alright. Next cast, and I don't know if you can get croaking. Nice little gurnard on the peeler crab again. I don't know. I'm not filming too much because my battery keeps dying on my phone. So I'm not actually showing everything that I'm doing, but there's little wings there. Look. So yeah, lovely little specimen. I'm going to get him back. I ain't going to stay here much longer because it's getting quite busy. The sun's obviously come up now, so yeah, I've had a good morning session about catching dogfish, whiting, pouting and all sorts of things that I had at Chesil the other day. So yeah, it's nice to I really enjoy these early morning sessions, and they're certainly paying off. Anyway, let's get him put back, and maybe one more cast and call it a day. Alright, last cast, and it wouldn't be well, autumn, winter's fishing without a whiting. So there you go. I've had quite a lot of nibbles, so I suppose I had nothing on there. There's plenty of whiting out there. So anyway, I'm packing up now and head back for some breakfast.